This is day 3 of my Halloween card series, and today I'm actually going to make 2 cards. They will be very similar, but I wanted to show you a card in 2 different colour schemes. So to begin with, I'm working on a purple themed card. I've taken some white linen textured cardstock and I'm adding some colour using Distress ink, and this is the Seedless Preserves. I'm applying this with a piece of Ranger cut and dry foam. Next, I'm going to add some stenciling to my card. This is a stencil by Prima, and the item number is 960179. To apply the pattern from this stencil, I'm continuing to use the Distress ink in Seedless Preserves and the Ranger cut and dry foam. This is the Halloween Charms stamp set by Stampendous that I used on day 1 of this series, and I'm selecting the music text and using this again with the Seedless Preserves Distress ink. Now I'm going to work on the second card. This one is going to have a green colour scheme, and so I've chosen Distress ink in Twisted Citron to create this one. Once I have both of the card backgrounds completed, I'm adding some stamping using VersaFine Black. This again is an image from the Halloween Charms stamp set, and it doesn't stamp especially well over textured cards. These stamps are medium quality. They stamp okay over smooth card, but you can't really squish them too much or it distorts the image. So I go back later to touch up the images with a micron pen. Continuing now to build up the main image for the cards, I'm using the tree branch from the same stamp set, and then I'm also going to use the spider. And now, as already mentioned, I'm going to tidy up those images using a micron pen by Sakura. Next, I've taken one of the cat images that appear on the Halloween Charms stamp set and stamping this in VersaFine Black. I've chosen two different cats for the cards, so this is where they will have a very slight difference, but other than this, the cards are virtually identical. Now I'm taking a paintbrush with some distress ink, the same colour that was used in the background of the cards, so Seedless Preserves for the purple one and Twisted Citron for the green one, and I'm just using this to ground the cats so it looks like they're actually walking on something rather than hanging in midair on the card. This is a Splatters background stamp by Stampin' Up, which I've used in many projects previously, and I just wanted to add some splatters here and there to create a little more interest on the cards. And now I've decided I want to deepen the colour around the edges of the cards, so I've chosen the corresponding distress ink and a piece of cut and dry foam to do this. This is a stamp set called Ghostly Greetings by CC Designs, and I've chosen one of the text images from here to add to the front of my cards. I'm using a stamp positioner by Woodware to align the image where I'd like it, and then I'm going to stamp it in VersaFine Onyx Black. Once I've finished with the main design of the cards, I've added some double-sided tape. This is the Sellotape brand to both of the cards, and I'm going to lay them on top of some black textured cardstock. Now I'm working on the card base. I'm using my Judekin stamp, which I've previously talked about, along with my stamp positioner to make sure it is aligned correctly. And this is something I add to the back of all my cards. The cardstock that I've chosen is a 325 GSM smooth white cardstock, and I like this weight because it's very sturdy and it means that cards are not going to fall over. As I've done previously, if you've been watching this series, I'm using a Spellbinders die to create my insert. This particular one is Labels 22, and I'm using the corresponding inks for each card to add some colour around the edges. To make the inserts look like they match the rest of the card, I'm using the same Prima stencil that was used on the outside of the cards, and I'm also using the Stampin' Up Splatters stamp as well. Next, I'm adding a sentiment to the insert, and I'm going back to the Ghostly Greetings stamp set where I've selected the Trick or Treat text. And now I just need to tape the inserts to the inside of the cards and we're done. I hope you enjoyed seeing today's Halloween cards, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for day 4. And if you didn't have a chance to catch any of the names of the products, remember there is always a link in the video description to the full product list as well as my social media sites.